Thank you so much for tuning into Self Mastery. I am Gary. They call me G. I'm your reader today, and I'm so grateful I can be a reader today. I appreciate that. Let me move this mic. All right, so we know it's the full moon in Sagittarius, and that's what I'll be reading on. It's my full moon spread. It's a 9 card spread with clarifiers, and it's very intense. So, what I'll do, I already meditated on your cards. Let's cut them. There you go. So the first thing we have is the medicine of the moon. What lessons will the moon bring us? What will the moon be clearing out for us? What new cycle will this moon bring in? What will the moon be aligning? What will be the shadow of the moon? That's the shadow work. What's the moon reflecting? And that's usually what we want to reflect from. No big deal there. And what are you attracting? Now, the moon, you notice how the moon reflects, it attracts, it has shadow, it has all those elements, and then the overall energy of this moon cycle. And the overall energy is the beautiful Empress. That's amazing. That's amazing. So the overall energy is the Empress. So this new moon in Sagittarius will be creation, will be nourishing. And one thing I love about this card, this Empress card, it's just notice the nurturing element. Notice how she is just holding on to that babe close to the chest. And what I'm sensing here intuitively is the fact of whatever you are working on during this new moon process, whatever you're holding close to your chest is going to be nourished. Whatever you're holding on close to your bosom is going to be nourished. And there's support from the universe. Notice the green color there? Well, there's your heart chakra. The universe knows that your heart is in this. And that's what we get here. It's a beautiful thing. So let's start. What is the medicine? What medicine? What healing element? What process is the moon bringing in? And it's the Page of Wands. That's beautiful. Now, let me tell you something here. The medicine of the moon with the Page of Wands is exploratory. It's an adventure, but it's an adventure that you're taking on with with a little bit of knowledge behind it. That's what I'm sensing here. And if you are taking on an adventure, what I'm sensing is you're also going to have to do a little bit of research and homework in that, okay? But the medicine is this feeling and this reflectiveness of I am getting like an exhale of, wow, I've got something to look forward to. Wow, I have a new adventure. This is happening. And the medicine that I'm getting here is almost like you're moving out of stagnation and it's flowing. Things have been a new passion has started because of it. There seems like there was a backup, like you were backed up. And now with this new moon, I mean with this full moon, the dam is broken and now there's a flood of passion coming in. Again, we're going to clarify all these cards. What lesson? We all learn lessons every day, but what's the lesson? It's the Two of Cups. It's a beautiful thing right here. Oh my gosh, you've got an adventure that's being nourished in the Two of Cups. Now, why is the Two of Cups a lesson? Well, I think that the lesson based on the Two of Cups is have faith in your union with somebody you've had your heart on, or have faith in what someone has told you about a union. That's the lesson. You're learning a lesson now, like, oh my gosh, I didn't believe it, but it's happening. I didn't believe it, but it's nurtured. I didn't believe it, but it's a brand new adventure. You see how this is working here? That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Yeah, Two of Cups. You can't beat that when it comes to union in this. And also, I want to point out that you got a 3 and a 5, so there could be some inner conflict if you start to overthink it, okay? And with the cups here, I'm not saying overthink, that would be in the swords element. So let's just say don't let your emotions override that. Don't think about this adventure too much to where it could weigh it down. And then you stop holding the hand of that Two of Cups. You understand? So just be aware of that. Again, we're clarifying it. I'm glad you're with me today. I really am. I'm very happy you're with me today. So, what is this new moon clearing? I mean, what is this? I keep on saying new moon. I don't know why. Um, what is this full moon clearing out? What is it clearing out? Now, you know how when the energy passes, it blows out stuff, you know? We talked about that right here with the energy I'm feeling. There was a dam, there was a buildup, and it's blown out with this full moon. And it's clearing out the Two of Swords. That's interesting. We went from the Two of Cups to the Two of Swords. So it's clearing out the fact that you were indecisive, the fact that you had your eyes kind of closed and you weren't sure where to step through. So it's clearing out this indecision you might have had. It's also clearing out the fact of your eyes being closed to some truths. And it's cut away. So this full moon in Sag is cutting that away. It's clearing it out. It's clearing out visibility. I sense, for some reason, I'm from upstate New York, when I was younger, and I almost sensed this snowplow clearing out the road or a dam being burst. Again, I keep on getting that too with that element there. Yeah, but you're clearing out something unseen to more clarity. There you go. Okay. So, what new cycle is this full moon bringing in? What new cycle is it bringing in? And it's the Nine of Wands as a new cycle. Now, that's obtainment of all this passion, and it's also bringing in a fight. So, normally, this is called the Wounded Warrior card, or a card of someone that's been hurt and is struggling and whatever. I'm not getting that with this energy here, especially with the nurturing three the Empress, you know. So I'm going to go tell you that with the new cycle is bringing in a passion that you are going to fight even more for this time. That's what we have. So the new cycle is bringing in more of a warrior element, a passionate warrior in it. It's your last breath and it's your last fight, but you're going to win. And you're liking it because you have this exploratory page of wands too. I'm loving how that's working together, okay? So, what is the new moon? I mean, the full moon aligning. What is the full moon aligning? And it's aligning, oh my gosh, the Six of Wands, victory. Again, we just talked about that. We just talked about how you're going to be victorious in this new passion of yours. It's aligning it. The full moon in Sagittarius is aligning that. It's aligning with you. You see the Empress here. It's nurturing. I honestly, what I'm digging so much about this reading right now is the universe has your back, knows your passion, and has your back. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm loving it. Okay. 6. What shadow? Now, the moon, there's the dark side, there's the light side, and the reflective, when we get to that question, is the lighter side or the reflective side. But there also is a shadow element of the moon, the full moon. Wow. What is the shadow of the shadow is the sun. The shadow is the sun. It's the opposite. So I am saying right now, you have the sun here in the shadow element, but you also have the Two of Swords that was cut through. So what we're being told here is the fact of the shadow is now illuminated. The what ifs, the I wonder whys, the hidden things are now illuminated because of the sun on the shadow of the moon. This is a tremendous card to have in this position, by the way. Things, this is such a positive reading. Things nurturing, cutting through, seeing new adventure, understanding this, and now you have the sun. What, there is no shadow with the sun, right? It's clarity with the fight of passion. That's awesome. That is awesome. Let's go to 7 now. What is the moon reflecting? Okay. Well, it's reflecting the sun now because that position, but what is it truly reflecting? And we have the 7 of Swords. You know, it's reflecting to me what I'm getting in a sense of it's reflecting the fact that what you wanted, you're getting. See, a lot of people also say that this is planning and stuff like that. It could be that, but what we're getting here with the Seven of Swords and the reflection of it, it's reflecting your absolute desires and needs. Because this guy, think about it, this knight really wants those Two of Swords. See? I mean, you don't sneak around grabbing things unless you really want it. And it seems like a very dangerous situation. And the Two of Swords, notice, is these two of Swords. Isn't that great? So it's reflecting the decision that you just truly made, being illuminated by the sun. That's what we have, okay? So what is it reflecting? Well, it's reflecting your passion, want, but it's in the intellectual space too, okay? This is not a pentacle. This is not a passion, but this is more of an intellectual need. This is a desire, a knowing. Again, this knight is looking at those Two of Swords. What is it reflecting? It's reflecting that decision you made with in this position 3, which is clearing. Again, clarity. You now know that your decision is the best decision. Now, what are you attracting with this full moon in Sagittarius? What are you attracting? And you're attracting the Hierophant. That's amazing. And it's 5. We did talk about 5, didn't we? Remember? 5 here. Interesting that we have 5 here. We said that there could be some internal things you might be going through, overthinking with the 5, a little confusion. There's change. We know that. But what you're attracting is Hierophant energy. So you're attracting that your yeses and your nos are your yeses and your nos. There's no more gray area. These are decisions that are in you, in your soul now. Okay? These are decisions that are now have become part of you, your DNA. That's what you're reflecting. This full moon is bringing out some awesome stuff, people. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. All right, so let's go back to the medicine on the moon. We talked about that. We have the Page of Wands. Now, my Page of Wands trains dragons and stuff like that. So he loves to train dragons. He loves to fly them. He loves to study them. He loves to learn about them. Well, let's put that in with your life there. You know, that's my wand, but I'm sure you're not out there training dragons. But the medicine he gets from that is he's living out his passion. Loved dragons ever since he was a little kid. You know, he's young now still. He's not a knight, but he's living out his passion. And that's medicine to your soul. Okay, so let's review this. The world. Beautiful, man. It's the world to him. When you're doing what you love, you're receiving the world, your world, the world you created. That's what we're getting here with this medicine. And again, it's going with your passion. And what we're getting is you're living your passion. The new medicine of this full moon is living out your passion. With the 10 of Pentacles. Bam. Come on, people. So you have the 10 of Pentacles with that. So not only do you have the stability now, but you also have the maturity of it. You also have the monetary funds for it too with this. Now, again, you only know your funds, but you have support from the universe with this. This is all medicine. This is an elixir that you conjured up yourself. You cultivated it, and now you're going for it. And that's a beautiful thing. I'm loving that. This is a perfect medication for you. And what is it again? Want to review it? The medicine of the moon, of the full moon in Sagittarius, is the fact that you are living out your passion. And that's beautiful medication, man. All right. So what lessons? We talked about this. 2 of Cups. First thing I'm getting is trusting your emotion in a relationship. We have the Popus, which the Popus in my card here is the High Priestess on top of the 2. Oh my gosh. So you got 2 of Cups with the High Priestess. It's a manifestation among others. It's not hidden anymore. We have the sun here. Remember, we talked about that in this position. So with the High Priestess on top of that, clarifying with this 2 of Cups, is this was a pure manifestation of what you had inside you. One. But it's your intuitive element. You trusted your intuitive element in this relationship. And it's been revealed. We got the Two of Swords here telling us that. It's become a truth with this Hierophant. I'm really liking this. This is great. That's a lesson. The High Priestess. Yep. It's that, again, that major two. When I get her, see, when I do get my High Priestess, it's that decision. It's the first decision, but it's the decision based on what's pulling out of your gut, and it's also based on your heart chakra here, and it's being nurtured. So you have the High Priestess and the Empress, the Magician, the Sun. Come on, think about that. All right, so let's do another clarification. What is the lesson of the Moon? And we got the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful. It's obtainment. It's telling you that all this is obtained, and it's a lesson. It's a lesson that you have to trust the universe to provide your needs, okay? So we have that. So use your intuitive element. Trust in your partner. Trust in those emotional relationships that you have developed. And then also trust the universe into obtaining everything you need pentacle-wise. Here we have it with the Ten of Pentacles here. It's been finished. I'm loving it. And again, remember, the universe is nurturing you. Okay. So what is the Moon clearing out? We talked about this. Number 3 position. The Moon's clearing out the Two of Swords. Well, it's clearing out your indecision element to where you can now see clearer now. That's definitely what we have. The Moon is clearing out that last decision. You know, it's like, wow, I see clearly now. The rain is gone. And we got the Ten of Wands. Beautiful. The Moon is clearing out that innate passion. Now, keep in mind, with the Ten of Wands, normally there's the thicket on the back. Does he drop it? Does he carry it more and stuff like that? Well, this decision for you was a passionate decision. And now that the 10 is here, it's gone. He's dropped the thicket. He's dropped those Ten of Wands with this new thing. Again, it was a burden passion with this Ten of Wands. Okay, so it's clearing it out. You can drop it. Now, let me tell you something. Those wands were on this guy's back for so long. They're now dried and just could be used for firewood. They're that light and everything. So that's what we have here. Yeah, it's clearing it out. That is not a passion you have to hold on to anymore, okay? It's done. It's the completion of that. That's what we have in the clearing. Universe, are we correct in this assumption? The Ace of Wands. Yes, we are. That's not a yes, and I've never seen one before. But we are clear in that assumption because it's showing us that now we have a brand new passion. Bam, with an ace. A brand new passion. And I'm playing off of this Page of Wands too with that excitement of trying a new adventure. So that's it. It's clearing out. You can drop. This is amazing. What you just experienced. Let me tell you something. You just had a completion in Ten of Wands. And then the next question we ask is the Ace of Wands. That proves the fact that through this decision that's clearing out, now you have clarity, you actually can begin your brand new passion, your Ace of Wands. That's amazing. I'm shocked. Not really. It's a full moon reading. I always get crazy stuff like this. Full moon and Sag too. So it only makes sense that we have the Ace of Wands here with the fire and stuff. I'm not saying that I'm not going to go to what every card means or whatever, but I just saying we are in fire energy. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. So what is the new cycle that the moon is bringing in? Well, we talked about this. This is the Nine of Wands. And the new cycle is a new fight. Fight for your passion. You've got this Ace of Wands here that is just flamed up. You can sense the fire energy coming in. And we got the King of Cups. Wow. That's beautiful. So here we have what new cycle, and it comes in with the King of Cups. Well, it's your emotion that you have now control over. Interesting. We have the Two of Cups here, but with this obtainment with the Nine of Wands coupled with the King of Cups here, uh, your emotional control over this is amazing, and that's what's coming in with this new cycle. We're going to call it emotional maturity that you can handle with an obtainment of the Nine of Wands passion based on clearing out what the Two of Swords have seen, your clarity and decision. I'm loving this. Again, this is trusting your partner, understanding the universe will be nourishing you. That's beautiful with the king. I love the new cycle is the King of Cups. And I cannot read. Ooh, that flew out. Let's take it. Oh, you ready for this? The Page of Swords. Okay. So we got the Page of Swords crossing with this one, and I'm kind of liking that because with the Page of Swords here, the cycle is bringing in. I it's the beginning of a new truth cycle. That's what I'm getting here with this Page of Swords. Okay, it's it's an understanding, and again we have the Page of Wands. It's young energy, okay, but I'm thinking there's a truth, a new truth that is now developing, now sprouting, now growing, Emperor style energy in with this. So not only so you come in with emotional maturity with the King of Cups, but the beginning to understand that intellectually with the Page of Swords, based on the heated fire of the obtainment of the Nine of Wands. Beautiful. Okay, let's go to number 5 here. What is the moon aligning? Well, we talked about this. It is the Six of Wands. So it's aligning victory in with your passion, okay? There's victory after this 9. And I'm also getting that you could stand. This is also getting past. Remember, we talked about the 5 here. We have the 5 here. And we said, you might run into where you could talk yourself into weirdness. Well, this 6 says that you have victory over that. So let's stay with that, okay? So let's go. The Ace of Pentacles. Wow. It's aligning victory, but it's also aligning the big butt pentacle. It's aligning that, bam, new beginning, but a pentacle. That's grounded. That's amazing. That's a new life. That's a new home. That's a new way, a new life, a new home. That's what I'm getting here. Victory through all this. Yeah, it's grounded too, and it's huge. I like that. And also too, now with all this again playing off this king, there's also a new maturity on how you can handle that Ace of Pentacles, that big new beginning. Okay, there's a new maturity with that. And rest assured, you're being nurtured by the Empress. We got the Seven of Swords again. Okay. So interesting. We have two Seven of Swords on the table. So one was based on your needs. This one is based on it's aligning those things you want, but not sneaking around like this guy. Okay? That wasn't part of the position. This now in this position with what is the moon aligning, if it says it's aligning the Seven of Swords, it's aligning the fact that you don't have to grab those swords in the darkness, or you don't have to grab those swords being hidden. The swords are now there for you. Swords with the two. It's always about getting to that truth, isn't it? And that's what we got here. I could play more into that, Seven of Swords, but I do like the escalation from the Six of Wands to now the Seven of Swords, which it's like you got the victory and now you moved one step up with the intellectual talking, being able to not hide your truths, but to actually show your truths. And that's what we have there. I'm kind of digging that. Okay, so let's go to position 6. The shadow. Remember the shadow of the moon. What is the shadow of the moon reflecting? Well, it's reflecting the opposite. It's reflecting the sun. So there's no shadow. Things with Seven of Swords are coming out to clarity. And One of the things I'm stating here is there's a transparent element in your new walk, in your new life, your new big butt pentacle, as we can say. And that's healthy and that's good. The Page of Pentacles. I'm liking that we're getting pages here. Let me tell you something about the pages. It's young energy. That's with it for me. So it's also understanding you've got the Ace of Pentacles here, right? So it's a big but beginning, but also there's the understanding of how to use these new pentacles. That's what the page is. It's the understanding of how to, and it's the acceptance of you don't know it all, so you are in the position to learn. And we get that with the Page of Wands. It shows you, it's like, yes, it's a new thing, and I'm ready to learn and study what I have to do to move it up. And again, so the next stage would be the Knight of Pentacles, which is the hardest working man in show business to me, or just a steady, sturdy, always there, will get there kind of thing. So, but there is I also think because we have pages, there's a maturity to be a page. You just are not a page. You are elected to be a page. And it's based on your emotional maturity at this age, if you really want to study what pages are. So I do sense that this whole new movement is based on a new maturity level you do have. All right, so let's go there. The shadow, Page of Pentacles. I like it. What's the shadow? It's the fact, it's the fact that you have to not be prideful and start to educate yourself in the pentacles. We also have the Three of Pentacles. Awesome. So the shadow of this moon is casting the Three of Pentacles. And what I'm getting here with the page and with the Three of Pentacles is you need to understand your blueprint. It's a creation thing, okay? You're creating. It's also a collective style thing, a collaboration, if you will. But with the page there's a maturity based about it. We already talked about that. But now there's also the fact of you have to study, and I'm sensing blueprint. You have to have a blueprint in order to really get your Ace of Pentacles to work well, to be mature enough to handle it. And we also have the King of Pentacles on the board too. I mean, the 10, which means you had to learn a lot to get there. So that's the shadowing. So it's just a little warning saying, look, study your blueprint. Don't be so snooty in the fact that you always have to educate yourself in things of the pentacles, your stability, money, finances, things like that, your job even. So that's what what the full moon is telling us. Okay. All right. Let's go to 7. What is this moon reflecting? Well, we have the 7 of swords. So it's reflecting that your desire is to have those 2 swords. Your desire is to have that decision, that 2 of swords decision in clarity. Okay. Universe, tell us more about this. We got the 9 of wands again. Beautiful. It's reflecting the 9 of wands. So it's reflecting your passion, your fight for it, your obtainment of that. So it's reflecting your absolute desire and need to make those decisions. And that's what we have here. Beautiful. I really, that's a great position. With the 9 of wands. Yes. It's reflecting your obtainment of that decision. I can tell you that right now. In universe, what do you have there? The King of Pentacles. Interesting, I did say the King of Pentacles. But it's also reflecting that through these decisions, um, you'll have the maturity as the King of Pentacles, which is that stability, which is understanding everything that goes into building the home or goes into building this new life. This, to me, is all about a new life being nurtured by the universe, coupled with this new, through this decision and through this new you and the clarity, um, having the King of Pentacles here in this 7th position, what is reflecting? It's reflecting your ultimate control over the home and household. And I'm also getting it this time for some reason. This time. So I don't know if you've been through this route. And we always go through the same circles, but this time you will be. I love this full moon reading, people. All right. So you're attracting. Whoa. This flew out. Three of Cups. Celebratory. So you're attracting a celebration based on your yeses and your nos and being grounded to that and getting through the confusion with the five. But with the Three of Cups here, you're attracting a joyous celebration through collaboration or friends or whatever. But to me, I'm sensing it's your first glass of wine or bubbly in your new home or in your new life. And that's what you're really attracting through all these decisions. That's awesome. That is so cool. All right. And we got the Eight of Wands. You're attracting it fast. You're attracting it with energy, with power. Again, we have that Ace of Wands over here too. So you are attracting it, but it's coming in quick. Because why? The Two of Swords has been made. Why? Because it's being nurtured by the Empress. Why? Because the sun is showing you clarity. Okay? There's no more shadow work. This full moon in Sag is just it's awesome. I'm going to cross the Empress right now. So, universe, thank you so much for this reading with the full moon. Thank you so much. Now, let me ask you this. The Tower. And you couldn't button it up any better. What does the Tower represent? It represents that there was a change. This full moon in Sagittarius created the Tower. But once you have allowed that tower to fall and understand it, some decisions, you might feel it, but it's being nurtured. Okay? See, not all towers mean the end of the world. It just means that you have made the correct decision, or you've made a decision that will change things. The Two of Swords. I'm really feeling heavy off this Two of Swords. And with this tower here, you're now allowing the universe to nurture you instead of you controlling the universe. That's what I'm getting. Universe, tell me about this tower. I'm going to ask you a question. So why is the tower here? Or tell us the significance of this tower. The Knight of Swords. Because the truth came marching in. Sorry, it's really dusty down here. But the truth came marching in to you, okay? It's the knight in shining armor thing, you know. It's Sir Lancelot. It's the hero. It's understanding that, you know, and the first thing I'm getting is the knight in shining armor. So your knight doesn't have to be a male, doesn't have to be a female. It could be the knight in shining armor could be a new passion, like, oh my gosh, you know, I didn't know you existed. Or it could be a job. The knight in shining armor. You know what the knight in shining armor is for you. Which that truth that came marching in, created the tower, and now rest in the fact that it's being nurtured by the Empress. Because you have to let go of the control. This full moon in Sagittarius reading is epic to me. It really is. Anything else you want to say, universe, about this this Knight of Swords, this knight in shining armor, this truth that came marching in? The Empress. Bam. We have, okay, the Empress in the same position in the overall energy, landing on top of each other. There it goes. This reading basically closed out itself, totally clarified, totally balanced. And with the Empress and the Empress, it's telling you, just hold on, and you're being nurtured by the universe. I hope you enjoyed this full moon in Sagittarius reading. I am so grateful I'm able to be your reader. And if you like this reading, which I hope you do, hit a like, thumb up, reply to me. I'll reply with so much Grace, it would be amazing for you, but this is one heck of a reading. You have a great day, and thank you.